lately, I've been looking around the internet for information regarding that ill-defined cultural disease we call gender identity. I wanted, and still want to, be challenged. However, as I'm sure you'll be shocked to hear, that hasn't happened. I've certainly been entertained, but my mind has not been changed. Well, actually, hang on a sec, because that's not quite true, because my view on preferred pronouns has been steadily changing. Previously, I had thought, well, it takes no effort, and if you go for that, you're just gonna get bogged down in people going, you can't do that, when you could nail them to the wall with something else. And on top of that, I just figured it's a courtesy. Now though, purely based on all the gender and pronoun educational material I've been watching and reading, I think it might be a really good idea to deliberately misgender people, just on the basis of their beliefs regarding gender identity, related pronouns, and what you must do. Especially after watching this. I am terribly sorry to have to tell you that this is 100% real and serious, and you are not about to wake up from a fever dream. We've got so much going on here already, including an argument against VR. Imagine this coming at you in 3D. And I don't care if they identify as having working ears. Whoever was in charge of picking that guitar track needs to be fired. To be honest, I'm scared to think about what the ball and cat they were throwing around symbolize, so we're just gonna keep on going and pick out some highlights from the rest of their video.
Hi y'all, I'm Parker and I use they, them, their pronouns, and I really like cats a lot.
That's lucky, and I look forward to hearing about the world's first crazy non-binary cat lady.
Hi, my name's Andrea. My pronouns are she, her, and hers. I like blue.
Imagine you're getting to know someone and you ask them, oh, so what are some things you like? If the response is blue, that's the point at which you start looking for their carer.
I like pink.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand by what I just said.
I like sugar, spice, and everything nice.
No, seriously, is this person being looked after?
Hi, I'm Day, and I use they, them pronouns.
Hi, my name's Day, and you should refer to me as they. Looks like we found the bastard child of Dr. Seuss. In case you're wondering, no, the hoodie doesn't just say gender. It says, gender is over. Pummeled into submission by the might of his gender-neutral pronouns.
Pronouns are words that refer to a person. Common pronouns are he, she, and they.
Look at that face. That is the face of someone who knows exactly what they've just done. Hi, I use they, them, their pronouns. And you know, they is a commonly used pronoun. Which it is, because people use plural they all the time. They even use singular they all the time. But what this person's talking about is snowflake they, where even after you know their gender, you continue to refer to them as if they are of indeterminate gender, because they're just that special, which ends up sounding real dumb. And you also end up using their name way too much. So here's my new rule. If someone says they're non-binary, alternate between he and she. Just balance it out. If gender's a spectrum, using the two extremes evenly will give you an average exactly in the middle. Perfect.
She is typically used by those who identify as female, and he is typically used by those who identify as male.
Okay, so maybe they're not just slow, but instead a reptilian. What's meant by use pronouns? I use all sorts of pronouns, including you, to refer to other people. This person's making it sound like something you apply to yourself, like I rub he, him, his cream all over myself every day because I identify as a man. Do you get what I'm saying? Typically, people use male pronouns if they think the person they're referring to is a man, and female if they think the person they're referring to is a woman. That is what typically happens, is it not? I don't use he, him pronouns because I identify as a man. That makes no fucking sense. Why is this person teaching anyone anything?
But some people who use the pronoun she do not identify as female, and some that use he do not identify as male. It just depends on the person.
Okay. So what this means is, you might get someone who is biologically female, identifies as female, but wants to be referred to with male pronouns. It means you'll get non-binary people who want to be referred to with male or female pronouns. And perhaps strangest, it means you'll get, say, someone who's biologically male, identifies as female, and wants to be referred to with male pronouns. Which means what's being reinforced here is the idea that sometimes you should refer to transgender women as he. What's the fucking point of all this? Shouldn't these people just be pushing to have one set of third-person pronouns? Because otherwise, everything just becomes special snowflakeism.
That's why you should say she, her, and he, him rather than male or female pronouns when telling other people your pronouns.
Holy fuck! Now you have to be careful to be PC when telling people your pronouns. I will never tell people my pronouns, because they're not mine. Talking about it like that doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm just imagining trying to be courteous and saying, oh, I use male pronouns, so anyone else who wants to say something like that feels comfortable saying it, and being told, what have you done? Are you suggesting he, him is for men? Fuck me.
In the English language, there are also pronouns that aren't gendered at all.
Common gender neutral pronouns are they, Z, and A.
And is that last one for Hawaiians? And I'm not so sure we run with the same definition of common.
Pronouns are important because they show that you validate someone's identity, that you respect who they are, and that you respect how they wish to be referred to.
Mate, you just explained that it's entirely arbitrary. So really it's important because it shows you're willing to jump through someone's hoop. So fuck off. I'll continue to use my own judgment and adjust on a case-by-case basis. The attitude of you need to show me respect is gonna get you a middle finger, and I might feel inclined to point out that you look like you're ready to go trick-or-treating as a lesbian.
No one should tell you how to refer to yourself, no matter how people think you should identify.
Why would I ever refer to myself with third-person pronouns?
This is why you should always ask somebody what their pronouns are in a safe space. In a safe space.
Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna need you to come with me to the gender bunker so you can safely tell me what your pronouns are.
So you know how they identify.
But I was just told that the pronouns you use aren't connected to how you identify.
Because no one should tell you how to refer to yourself, because it's you.
What if I say I'm a doctor? Or okay, what if I decide I like master pronouns? So when you talk about me telling you how to refer to me, you don't say, he tells me what to say, you say, master tells me what to say. Because actually I would be down with that. But none of this actually has to do with how I refer to myself, does it? It's about deciding how other people can speak about you. And when it's about that and not just really wanting to be referred to a certain way, then you're just gonna get a fuck you in response.
It feels like Brussels sprouts taste.
Really, really good, especially pan roasted with bacon. Seriously though, this is the guy who was just saying the pronouns aren't necessarily connected to a person's gender identity. So you can't call using pronouns they don't want you to use misgendering anymore, can you? Because if everyone accepts that, they might not be misgendering you, they might just be guessing. You'd have to make an assumption about them making an assumption.
It feels like someone is stepping over my identity and not respecting who I am, and like they don't value who I am.
I don't know how much more of this I'm going to be able to look at. Feel bad because people don't value who you are. Oh, I just feel so terrible because my cutlery isn't made of gold. Value who I am. Who the fuck does he think he is? The second coming of Christ? If using the pronouns you want means you're going to think I value who you are, I've got to misgender you, babe. Because I feel really uncomfortable not misgendering you in this context. And you know what? I am done with this video. There's way more to it, but I've gotten the key bits out. If you're into self-harm, you can go look at the rest yourself. I don't know how this happens. Calls for tolerance are making me intolerant. These people are rolling fistfuls of ones and failing so critically, so often, from so many different places in so many different ways, that their message is really getting through to me and doing the exact opposite of what it's meant to. Anyway, until next time, I hope you'll respect my identity as someone whose latest video gets thousands of likes and comments.